Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. Today I have decided to do a little beginner's introduction class. So it doesn't really mean that you are a beginner. It means that maybe you are new to my channel and therefore would like to have some more information of why you would take the time to do this kind of exercise. Well, it's been quite a long journey, and I found that with my desire to help people to be healthy and happy in their life, or first of all to be healthy, that if you want to have lasting changes in your body, then life would offer you something where you could make a different decision in your life. So actually I found in the end that if you want to have a healthy body, in the end you have a healthy, balanced life, and that you are content not only with your body but also with your life. And it's been a long investigational journey and it's still ongoing, obviously. It led me to quantum physics, it led me to many scientists finding out about the natural laws. Everything's connected, all is one, everything's energy, so our body is an energy field. So what we're basically working with are energies. And this is also why I'm trying to tune in to the current energies at the beginning of each video to help us work those energies. Apart from that, this kind of exercise works with visualization and with imagination, because what we think can be our reality. So if we think our body in a perfect shape, in the perfect alignment and whatever, we can cure it because we can call this into being. So it's about, yes, consistency of energy, so that this energy flow is strong enough to make this happen. And this is why it's not important that you can do everything as I do it. It's not important that you are flexible, gifted, talented, whatever. No, it's just important that you keep doing it, that you keep feeling what I'm describing to feel, that you imagine and continue to imagine and to visualize what I'm trying to inspire you to do, and that you allow yourself the time and space to allow your body to change. And that's all what it's about. So basically we're working from the inside out, not from the outside in. We're working from the center out, and we're working three-dimensional, always. Thinking of the energies, no tension, or trying to not make tension, to not tense our bodies, and to be aware of how we feel throughout the exercise. Because if you feel good, that's correct. If anything feels tense or just not right, you know that. Your intuition knows. And the more you do this kind of exercise, you notice that you establish a communication with your body. So your body will tell you, and you may be amazed of how much it will tell you. It will tell you anything. You can even later on ask it why it is, for example, why you're having a certain disease or something, and it will tell you. I can only tell you, it's like this. My body told me lately that it's time to give up this white sugar, and I have someone who is doing supervision in my body and in my life, and this person confirmed, yes, that's like that. And it's not the first time. So I hope I could inspire you to start this journey because it's so rewarding. That's all I can say. So just keep practicing and you will reap the fruits of your efforts. You don't need to remember anything. I will keep reminding you and you just try your best and that's always enough. So let's go. By the way, this is a little weakness I'm trying to work through. So, I'm always trying to take you with me because I'm also on my journeys, because I'm also a human being. So whatever's happening in the outside is also affecting my body. And I have to do something about it, same as we all have. Okay, so I always love to use the wall when I'm in this room, and yes, please, I know I have to do something about the sound, and I am into that. There is a certain investment I have to make again, and I will do that as soon as I can. Same with the lighting, I'm very aware of this, but I hope this will serve you anyway, because I go with what I have, same as we all do. Okay, so I'm standing against the wall when I can, meaning this is against the wall and my shoulder blades are, and there is a little hole here, obviously, because that's the form of my spine. The little toes are in line with your muscle line or your hips, whatever is wider. Your little fingers are in line with your shoulders, and make sure that your arms are in line with the little line in between your straight and your diagonal abs. Very important, because many people have their arms too far back and then look what that results in. Yeah, so we're standing against the wall in this alignment. Very important, center alignment: nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone. And then you think of the two little bones at the bottom here, which are your sit bones. And these sit bones need to be thought together, and then energy through the head. I just show you like this. So this is the normal standing position, yeah, no use of muscles. And then sit bones together, not too much because that would put pressure on this here. Together, lengthening underneath your hip bones. I wanted to say, yes. Lengthening everything up, thinking like a fountain through your head, coming out of the crown of your head. So it's really very important. Many of us are like this with our head. So we need to really pull up from here. If you have your spine here, I hope you can see me, there's a little hole here and another one here. And if you lift that up, you can lift your entire spine. And that's what you want to do. So these basic things already make you use your abs. You may notice that. And within a short time, they will make you walk in a different way, meaning more upright position. Yeah. So just relaxing. What I always do at the beginning is a little exercise to feel the energy. And don't put pressure on yourself if you don't manage to do this for the first time. So it's energy through your fingertips, just through, and think like you want to push the floor away. So you actually intentionally really much tense your arms, yeah? Lengthening energy through the crown of the head, thinking of this fountain, sit bones together and up here, and then you just release the tension from your joints and allow this energy flow to continue through your fingers. And then you may be able to feel like tingling at your fingertips, or just like, and that's what it is. That's what we're working with, what we want. And as long as you don't feel it, no worries, imagine it and it will come. So what I love to work first is around the upper arms, so you can really feel how we're working three-dimensional. So first of all, we turn the arms so the palms look to the front. Now lengthening, little fingers towards the thumbs. Just lengthen here. navel in, and then you turn your little fingers towards the thumbs, but your fingers are all lengthened, they are all straight. It's nothing like this, yeah? So you still, hopefully, at some point, feel how the energy is going from your fingertips and also from your head, and imagine your heels, if you wish to have roots in the floor. And think your rib cage closing and your shoulder blades even on the floor, on the wall, sorry, against the wall. Just relax. Okay, just relaxing. Now, we just repeat it, lengthening. See, if you lengthening the head, the entire spine really, and then thinking long arms, little fingers towards your thumbs, if you can still feel this energy flow through your arms. Just lengthening, just letting it go. Work through. Okay, now lengthening. Now the thumbs towards the little fingers, other way around. My palms are facing the back, lengthening, and I just work the other way around. Very gently, so there's no tension in your shoulders. This would be wrong, yeah, that's too much. And then if you do that, yeah, you can notice that you're not working all your muscle layers. But if you are alone, and you just imagine your thumbs towards the little fingers, at first, you may not be able to feel, or you may just not be able to feel anything, because the inside muscles need to be longer, and the outside layers really want to work. Yeah, for people who've been doing workout in gyms for a long time with weights, that's quite likely actually, but not necessarily. So here we are, little fingers, thumbs towards the little fingers, and relax. So you really, this is the deltoidos muscle, or delta muscle, and you start below it. Yes, so this is what we do. One more time, palms to your back, thumbs towards the little fingers, just lengthening, ribs together, lengthening everything, and relaxing. Okay, good. There's a lot more arm exercises, but I only do those. I'm just sticking to some basic exercises now, so it's more a demonstration class for you to feel what's necessary, so you can then go to the classes which help you, yeah? Okay, so we're now at the end of the mat with the same muscle coordination here, everything's long, and then you roll up slowly and thinking of making space in between your vertebrae, so everything that's not already on the way down is like going up still, yes? And of course, you can bend your legs at any moment. Make sure your arms are not doing anything like this. It's here, lengthening the neck, the spine, relaxing your elbows. So if you can bend, if you need to bend, navel against the spine. I'm just putting my hands down. If you can't do that, take some books, yeah, it's not a problem. And bend, no problem. So what we do here is making sure the little fingers are in line with the little toes, and then this sit bones head fountain is ongoing, anyway it always is. So now breathing in through your nose, on the out breath, sit bones together, energy through the head, lengthening and releasing. Breathing in. On the out breath, sit bones together, fountain, lengthen your back. And you can do that as well here with everything bent, no problem. Yeah, same thing, no problem. Breathing in. And sit bones together, lengthen. Just important to think from the sit bones to your heels and visualize a long stretch line. And you know what happens then after a while. You'll have everything straight. Okay? Good. So now from here we just bend and we just sit down. Just very basic. Important here, sit bones, like this you can feel them, and in one line with your head. If you're not sure, you can also sit behind the wall to feel it for once, or ask someone to stand behind you if you have someone doing it with you. So now, little toes in line with your knees and your hips, and of course sit bones here. Elbows closed. Just grab the insides of your thighs, elbows closed, breathing in. On the out breath, names in, lengthen, and just roll slightly behind the sit bones. Trying to lengthen, but in between your pubic bone and your navel to make this longer, to like make space. Yeah, and if you can, maybe you will already feel that there's a little stretch here, and then just come back. This normally doesn't like moving, yeah, it's not easy to move. So visualize, imagine, and it will. Lengthening, and it will. Over time it will. Breathe in and lengthen. Just lengthen. And coming back. Now one more time, breathing in and lengthening. Lengthening, and now we just go a little further, a little further, a little further, and you can go up again or you just go down. Don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going down. And now when you're here, you just stretch out. Yeah, just do what you need to. Lengthening. And then what we do, this exercise actually is a really difficult one, and I know that. But if you can do it, finally, it's so helpful because it will stretch anything, and it is great for alignment. So it's about little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, making sure you've got your center line in place, and little fingers in line with your shoulders. So what you do first is lengthening, just lengthening, navel in, up, and then lengthen. Put your arms down and lengthen from your sit bones to your head, lengthening here, up, and then you try to get up. Yeah, just make sure we're not going any further. I will show you that first of all. Therefore, I'm just putting my legs up, and I put my hands behind my neck. From your sit bones to your head, it has to be a long circle. So everything here is also a circle and continuously. It's not, I just keep my arm away so you can see it, it's not up. See that? There is tension and this is not working properly. If I make the circle, this is the difference. Can you see it? It's actually activating everything. And that's what's so great about this exercise. Yeah, so lengthening, little fingers in line with your shoulders, little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, center line established. Now you think energy out of your head and your fingers, also off your toes, lengthening, so that's always the end points of your body. Biggest possible circle with your arms. When you can see them, just check the lines. And then sit bones head as we did it, not lifting, but lengthening behind your neck from your sit bones. Visualize a big circle. And now from here, you can just grab your thighs, elbows closed, because otherwise you activate your shoulders, and we want to work from here. So what we do is very slowly trying to come up, lengthening, lengthening. And it's very likely that at first you won't manage to do that. So that's not because you're not strong enough. Normally it's because something's not long enough. And then you're welcome to bend your legs. If your legs come up, you think your legs diagonally down into the floor. Yeah, so over time, lengthening it, you will manage. And then little fingers in line. Well, first of all, you go down with those, yeah? But when you manage, then you start making sure you got this point from here to go down to lengthen. Just lengthen, relaxing, relaxing. So this is what the exercise looks at the end. Lengthening, I will just show you one more time. And then we go for a little practice version. Lengthening, lengthening. But just keep practicing, relaxing, making sure nothing's coming on here and then here. And then make sure you've got this center line, and then you just relax, whatever that's looking for you. Bending your legs. Yeah, first of all, you could be here, no problem. Okay, so I go down, and then I'll show you a little practice version. Lengthening. Okay, good. So from here, you lengthen as much as you can, as far as you can, lengthen. And sit back to your head, lowering, and then just grab. And bend your legs whenever necessary. And then come up, yeah, and lengthen. And even what we did before, this exercise here, lengthening up, yeah, this is no lengthening, and this is the lengthening through my spine, and then thinking slightly behind the sit bones. Hope you can see it, and then coming back over the sit bones. So this is where you can also start from, and then you make it slowly bigger. Just increase the movement until you're right down. Yeah? Okay, so now going down, right down from here, lengthening. Just let your hands slide, just let them slide, and then lengthening your legs when you can. And just stretch out, okay? So this is the rolling up, rolling down, that's really, really helpful. Okay, so next, we just have a little look at the abs, because I know there are many ways to do abdominals. What I would like to encourage you is to go for maximum length and maximum depth, so you really feel you're working through all the layers. If I do this, yeah, you just try it because you notice a difference. And then sit bones, head, lengthening. This is a total different feeling, and you really feel like everything is working. Yeah, if you do the other way, you feel tension and you feel you're working the outside layer. So you're missing out on lots of possibilities of strengthening. Okay, so really sit bones to your head and lengthen. And now, if you have some tension here, and you need to lengthen this part, which is, many people have to do that, or need to do that, then you think of your head against your hands, pushing your head against your hands, and then lengthen when you go down from here, think long from here. So when you're going up, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth while thinking long at the back of your body, lengthening, lengthening, and now push your head against your hands, navel in, and go down. And if this position of your arms causes you tension, yeah, there's also a different one that you could use, lengthening from here. Now think of, with your elbows, like drawing, embracing here, yes, towards your knees. Now breathing in, and think of long here, and sending energy from your elbows to your knees, and then head against your hands, and you will feel a real different stretch also while doing it. Yes, so just experiment with these different variations and see which feels good, which stretches you most, because that's what we need to do. We need maximum strength, maximum stretch, which is something that the muscles cannot do at the same time. They do either one or the other, but you can program them differently, and that's a really interesting journey. Okay, so this is important. Now lengthening, sit bones, lengthening, we're coming up again. So this is navel here. So from here, I'm just bending my legs in, and just taking them up. You don't have to stretch them, you can bend them like this, whatever they look like. But you notice now that you go further down with your abs. So if we want to strengthen the lower abs, it's a little bit more with legs involved. Yeah, in any way. Just taking the legs here and thinking energy through, yeah, bend whatever, through your toes, through your navel in, and then lengthening, or better, lengthening, yeah, that's already really working your lower abs. So the basic exercises are this one, here, and then push, and go down, and the other one is same thing coming up here, you can lengthening with the legs up and navel in, and just sink in and out, and you notice. And don't hold it, just stretch, maximum, release, one more time. Okay, so that's all. And in between, whatever you need to do, lengthen, lengthen. Because yes, for the moment that we are exercising, we're visualizing. So we're not moving, we're moving the energies with our minds. This is how it works. And this is why it's so effective that I'm doing everything I can to to present it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going on the side, because I would like to show you how you can work your legs three-dimensional. It's always something that the ladies will enjoy, because this is helping you to reaffirm your tissue in your arms as well as in your legs. Works the same way, as you will see now. So the middle finger is in line with your ear, with your hip and your heels. And if that's not comfortable, you can do this. Or you can put a little towel underneath your head, or a little cushion, yeah, so that you can relax your neck. Also, you can look slightly down. If you have tension here, we need to first release the tension and then imagine the length and the stretching. And this is how we get rid of the tension and how we establish more flexibility, and then turn and then change the body. Okay, so, right. This hand, of course, is to support you. Make sure that your elbow is in contact with your body, because otherwise you will tense your shoulders, okay? So now, it's not about lifting. I just take the hand away because otherwise you can't see it. It is always about lengthening. Can you see the difference? It's now activating everything. Same here, if you want to have a towel underneath or a little cushion, no problem. It's not making it easier, it's just helping you with the line, yeah? So this is long, and this is long. So we imagine like having a wooden leg which has two parallel lines, and that's all, and just relax. So it's a parallel line with your hip or your muscle line, whatever is wider. You imagine the fountain energy out here, and then you imagine the muscle line or hip in line with your heel, energy out of your heel, and now I should be parallel, and yes I am. Yeah, so your mind knows the measurements. At first you might want to do this in front of a mirror, yes, to help you, but in general this is how it works. And we always come back to this parallel, like reset position. Now from here, send energy through your head, crown of the head, and your heel, and then slowly turn the entire leg in your hip joint. So no turning from the knee, it's the entire leg, and you can hear, if you can feel that, it doesn't have to be much. Yeah, make sure it's not too much, because otherwise you'll have this. So it's energy through your head and your heel, and it's just about letting go, and then it's very easy, and there's nothing happening with your knee. Navel in, working your abs, and just let go. We just repeat that, breathing in. On the out breath, lengthening, ribs together, relaxing, and lengthening, and energy through the heel and the head, lengthening, just lengthening, and relax. Okay, good. Now the other way round, same as with the arms, we start parallel, always, reset position. Yes. So now you imagine, you really need to send a lot of energy through this fountain, and then you imagine your leg turning the other way. And it may not be possible very much, it's very, very little. Lengthen, make sure it doesn't come in here. It's lengthening, see that? Correct? Incorrect. So when you're doing too much, it gets incorrect. It has to be like floating. It's a floating feeling when it's correct. So it's very subtle, but it makes all the difference. So lengthening, sit bones, heels, and your hips or muscle line in line with your heel, yeah, should be. And then just turning slightly in. It's more, you feel it more than you can see it. You hardly can't see it, yeah. It's just very, very subtle. But you notice it. And it's like the fountain that you have established that goes together, it wants to open that, yeah. So you can't establish it, but you think the fountain and you turn and you lengthen and you manage. Okay, good. Just lengthening once. Now this is also, it's not lifting, it's just lengthening. And then if you lengthen, your legs may slightly come off. And also you lengthen here and it may slightly come off and relax. Just do it one more time. Think long through your body and see where it takes you to. Just long, navel in, ribs together, and feel the strength and relax. Okay, we just bend the legs in. Actually, I always like to bend in the underneath leg so that my foot comes underneath the knee. And then I lengthen the big circular circle coming over both sit bones, and this gives me a nice stretch in the hip. Okay. And after stretching intensely, and this is an intense stretch, you really need to slowly change position. That's key anyway, because then your body understands so much quicker what you want of it, what you want from it, and it's surely something different than what you've been doing before. Middle finger in line with your head, with your ear, and with your hip and heel, I wanted to say. So just make sure if you need a cushion or anything, or you need to look down, or you need the towel here, that's all fine. Doesn't make it easier at all. Just reminds you. Elbow in contact to not use the shoulders. And now just lengthening, long, not lifting, yeah? Lengthening and establishing the lines and everything in, and just relax. Breathing in again. On the out breath, lengthen, energy through the head and through the heel, and lower. Okay, breathing in, on the out breath, lengthen, and just energy through the heel of the head, and just turn from there, the entire leg. No extra from the knee. It's like, imagine like you have a wooden stick. That's totally parallel, perfectly parallel. And then let go. Let your leg float. Okay, one more time. Parallel. And just turn. Lengthening. And release. Okay, now we try the other way around. Remember, it's very subtle. So parallel again, and let's see, are we parallel? Yes, we are. Okay, I don't have a mirror here, yeah. Lengthening, sit bones together, although they want to open because we're now turning differently, lengthening, most important, energy through your head all the time, or at all times, and then through your heel. And remember, relax. And one more time, lengthening, energy through the head and the heel, and just turn. And release. Yeah, it may even feel like it wants to cramp here, yeah, but if you think the energy through, then, you know, your mind over matter, and your body is matter in this case. Okay, lengthen your legs, lengthen your head, just see lengthening. It's possible that on one side your head wants to lift off and on the other not. We're always different, no problem. Just visualize the line, lengthen and see what happens. Sit those together, lengthen the entire spine, very important. And don't think about your legs, just think long and relax. Good. Now I'm bending the underneath knee, so my foot comes underneath the leg. And then one big circle, lengthening and lengthening. Okay. Good. Right, and at the end I just show you, this is really always good to help you massage your back a little bit in between exercises. You see me do that all the time because it's so important. Yeah? But also, if you have kids, not only if you have kids, this one's great if you really want to, if you feel you need something a little bit more intense or even more playful, then it's really, really helpful. Just make sure your head is down and you just let it go. So if you grab your thighs, it's more massaging the lower back. If you grab your ankles, it's more massaging your upper back. And of course you can lengthen your legs more and have fun with that, but not necessarily. It's not necessary. Okay, great. I hope this was helpful. I did it totally intuitively, as I always do things. So you may notice that at some point I was a little, I don't know what to say, confused is not the right word, but I'm really working with my guides. So I have stopped to prepare my videos like 1, 2, 3, what I'm doing. I just know what I have to do because I get told, and then I just get on with it. And if there is anything missing ever, or you need help with anything, please let me know. I can always address that in another video, and I'm very happy to do that, because as I'm saying, I'm doing this from my heart. I'm on a mission to have more healthy, happy people in this world, and I'm so grateful that there is one more person who after a while says, this has changed my life, this has changed my body, and I am just happy walking on this planet now. So if that would be the case, amazing. And amazing, thank you. So lots and lots of love, and have a beautiful day.